today's job is these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart these 450 carburetors and we're going to run them through the ultrasonic cleaner. Now they've had a rebuild already, so all the parts are brand new. However, the jets I think are a little bit too big. I think we'll get a bit too much fuel through into the engine, so I'm going to swap out those jets for some smaller jets. So they're all clean and ready to go back on the bike when it goes back together. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to take it nice and steady and go step by step as we dismantle these. Okay, let's get stuck in. Okay, now the first thing to take note of with them on the bench here is the carbs are connected together here. You can see this bar here. This connects the right hand carb to the left hand carb, and this is the choke actuator. Okay, so it's normally in this open position here, and the frame comes down in between here. And with this little lever on the left hand cylinder, you can close the choke and open the choke. Okay, and you can set that from here. So it's not very sophisticated, but it works quite well. Now, currently this bike would only start with the choke on full, and as soon as it starts, you have to flip it straight off again, and that's how it works. So I am keen to get inside here, clean it out a bit. I cleaned it with some carburetor cleaner last time, but not with the ultrasonic cleaner. So we're going to get in there, take it apart, give it a good thorough clean through, and make sure all the passages are clear. And quite simply, we just pull apart here like this. I'm going to take care of the right hand carb first. Okay. So just a tube on the overflow there. There we go. Now the float bowl is held by these clips. Okay, so it just pops off like so. Okay, there's the float bowl. Yeah, quite a small float bowl. Anyway, there we go. So that's him. And on the side there, we've got the drain screw. There we go. Now on the inside here, you can see we've got the main jet here, and we've got the float, which are a brass float. Now these are new. You have to be careful with these brass floats because they can be damaged and let in fuel, in which case they don't float very well. So anyway, here we go. So yeah, new gaskets put in. So in a minute I've got a 130 main jet in here. Okay, and they just unscrew quite simply with a Phillips screwdriver. So 130 main. Now here we've got the pilot jet. So again, so just on a Phillips. The pilot jets that I have in are labelled, I'm pretty sure, with 38. Yeah, 38. And then inside, underneath the pilot jet, we've got the slow jet, which again is just screwed in like so. Okay, and so there's the slow jet. And the marking on this one is a 38 as well. Okay. So those brass parts are brand new. To keep going, so this I'm taking out now. It's just a holder for the main jet. Okay, so it's just they call it a holder for the main jet. It's a bit like looks to me a bit like an emulsion tube. So that's those parts out. So we're just going to whip off the float. So there's the float, as I say, new brass one. And then under here we have the needle. There's a needle and the seat, which is a 10mm socket. There we go. Simple as that. So these, there's no gauze on them or anything like that. Just a washer underneath. Okay, and so that's the contents of the float ball section. Finally, here there's another plug screw, which again is just on a Phillips. This is original. I didn't replace this. There we go, this little washer. Okay, so that's the bottom dismantled. Now onto the top. So we've got JIS screws. We've got two that hold the float bowl, two that hold the cap on. Okay, so there's the cap. Now, these carburettors don't have a rubber diaphragm in them, okay? So the vacuum's created by the cap and by this part here. So here's the needle, which is held by this little grub screw in here. By that little grub screw, and there it is. Okay, so there's the new brass needle, those two parts there, which slot inside this hole, held by the grub screw, which presses on the side of that little brass collar there. Okay, and so then there's the slide. Now what you find you have to tend to do with these carbs is you have to rub the exterior of this surface with really fine sandpaper and get it really polished. Same with this surface here, and the same with the surface on the inside here, which slots inside the hole on the cap, like so. So it drops up and down inside here, right? And smooth action is what we're after. Now I've already been over these with fine wire wool and some polish, but I shall do that again as I put them back together. And that pretty much is the carb dismantled. I'm going to leave all of these on as I run it through the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm going to leave the idle screw in there, so this is the idle screw for the throttle. I'm going to remove the mixture screw here. You can see I've marked in brown as I was counting, turns out. So these, as it comes out here, they advise you 2.5 turns. That's kind of a baseline for a bench set. I think we're up to almost 3 with this one. So there we go, so there's a spring and there's a little rubber washer I just need to fish out. So there we go, so there we go, so there's a tiny rubber O-ring on the end, and underneath that is a washer, which of course has fallen on the garage floor, as do all things. So anyway, we'll find that in a moment. So there we go. So one carb ready to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. I'll just whip apart the next one and I'll bring it back when I'm done. Both carburettors now pulled apart. Now I don't know whether you can make it out on here, but that tiny little thing there is the washer that lives on the end of the air mixture screw, and I've dropped one of those on the garage floor and I cannot find it. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. So anyway, it's stripped completely. Both of those are going to go in as is to the ultrasonic cleaner. I've left the emulsion tubes in. I could have pulled those out, but it's easier to leave those in. A couple of things I've noticed as I've pulled apart the left-hand carb here. There's quite a lot of rust deposits in the bottom of there, which could account for some of the misfire that I was having on the bike. So I need to address that. I probably needs to run some more evaporust through the petrol tank before I paint that. Anyway, that should take care of that. The second issue is the rubber washers that go on the end of the air mixture screws have perished. Now these were brand new. They came in a kit all the way from American Common Motor, so I know they were good and they were fit for purpose. But anyway, so I need to source some new ones of those, but we'll get there. So next job, run them through the ultrasonic cleaner a few times, run the other parts through the ultrasonic cleaner, and then the next time we have a look at these, I'll be putting them back together again. So if you found this video remotely useful or enjoyable, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment or consider subscribing down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.